I will tell you that this movie actually does, and this is just my opinion, it does a great honor to two movies out there. Now, of course, one of those being Anaconda, and I also think that it pays some tribute to Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I saw that.
Both. Yes, you saw that, and like I said, I think this movie actually does a great honor to those films because it's gonna make you wish you were watching those movies instead of watching this one right here. At least in my humble opinion.
Well, if you go by that criteria, it does honor to most movies you've ever seen.
I have never uttered these words. Boy, I wish I was watching the original Anaconda right now.
I know. It has so much more going for it.
Yeah. So Hollywood, they love making new terms. I think we got a new one for the list. Spiritual spinoff. Okay. Maybe.
All right. I've heard spiritual sequel, but spiritual spinoff. All right, sure.
Let me see. I just reach up my ass.
Yeah. Dig a little deeper.
Yeah. I just made that up because I'm trying to figure out what we got here.
Right.
Because someone decided to go out and make a comedy based on the 1997 Anaconda. And I don't know why, because that was hilarious enough on its own.
Yes.
That was enough of a comedy as it is.
Yeah. But I could see making a comedy of it, if that's what this was.
Well, then, Martin,
which it is not.
I was about to say your wishes were granted, but I guess not.
Well, just in that it's not a comedy of Anaconda, it's a comedy about making Anaconda.
That, Martin, you know what? That is true. This new Anaconda. Now we got Anaconda 2025, which is, like I say, a spiritual spinoff, meta DNA. So I don't know. We got too many goddamn terms anyway. So whatever it is a comedy at its core, based on some form of Anaconda. And Martin, you were right. It's not really Anaconda. It's about four friends who decide to make or remake Anaconda.
Make a sequel.
A sequel to Anaconda. And they're four childhood friends who are now adults, and they're just trying to reignite their childhood dreams because when they were kids, when they were about 13, 14 years old, they made some little shitty short film called, what was it, Quatch or something like that. It's about, so it was almost like a gangster film, hunting, a gangster film in Bigfoot. So the movie that they are setting out to do a sequel for on a very, very low budget is Anaconda. And why are they doing this? Well, because I guess Sony Pictures wanted to squeeze money out of an old movie that they had that was just sitting up there doing nothing. And they have the rights to it.
Right.
Well, what else can we...
Any chance we could reboot this franchise? Not like it is.
Yeah.
But wait.
Yeah.
What if?
What other rock can we squeeze blood out of? Folks.
They had an extra $10.
So, with that said, even though that this is not a direct sequel to Anaconda, not a direct one, even though it's not even really Anaconda, maybe somehow, sort of, maybe they improved on it. Maybe they made something better. I mean, after all, Anaconda is not known for being the greatest movie in the world.
No.
Maybe they did it finally. Because they had several Anaconda sequels after that too.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe they got it right. Maybe old Paul Rudd and Jack Black right here.
They brought it.
They brought it. Old Jack,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe they got it. Let's see if they can finally bring us a great Anaconda movie.
Put your face right up next to the snake.
No.
Cutting.
I'm sorry. Why would they give that away?
Yeah,
that's one of the highlights of the movie.
Or maybe you should ask yourself, does it matter?
I mean, I guess ultimately it doesn't, but if there's any, okay. I guess if you'd have got cut in the trailer, you're like, listen.
Maybe it creates more suspense because this is the point where these dumbasses should go home.
Oh, there's so many of those.
Yeah. At this point, pack this shit up particularly as long as all y'all about to die. And not by a snake's hand, because the snake is dead. Y'all about to just die of stupidity out there. But maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the funny.
We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted. Now we die.
You get it? Because they say Anaconda in the song. So,
Oh, I didn't get that before.
I knew you didn't. I saw you pondering.
Yeah.
I thought I'd
Okay.
help you out there.
Wow.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
I feel so stupid.
Hi.
Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
Like a mistake. He's alive.
I thought you checked.
Well, they're just saving you all kind of money. You ain't got to go see this now.
Boy, howdy.
Well, they just giving away all the big. Don't you ever talk about us giving spoilers away?
I feel free to say anything I want to about this
don't
movie.
you talk about us spoiling shit. That milk has been in the refrigerator for 2 months now. Jesus.
Lord.
His balls right there.
I will tell you that this movie actually does, and this is just my opinion, it does a great honor to two movies out there. Now, of course, one of those being Anaconda, and I also think that it pays some tribute to Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I saw that in both.
Yes, you saw that. And like I said, I think this movie actually does a great honor to those films because it's going to make you wish you were watching those movies instead of watching this right here, at least in my humble opinion.
Well, if you go by that criteria, it does honor to most movies you've ever seen.
I have never uttered these words. Boy, I wish I was watching the original Anaconda right now.
I know. It has so much more going for it.
Yeah. For a movie that combines action, comedy, and horror, it's soft, fluffy.
It drops the ball on each one of those things.
Yeah. People, okay, so hear me out right here. This should have had an R rating, or at least a hard PG-13. Now, look, I'm not always looking for an R rating, like I always say. I don't need to see blood and titties in every movie. Now, in real life,
don't hurt.
In real life, that's a different thing. But yeah, no, it's but I don't need to. I'm not a person who advocates for an R rating just because. Or I'm not even advocating for a very, very hard PG-13. But this movie was pushed by our influence. This movie was influenced by films that pushed those ratings, man.
Sure.
They pushed those movies to get the edge that they have. Anaconda, the 1997 Anaconda, that's a PG-13 movie right there. And it's also B-movie silliness.
Yeah.
But it knew what it was and it pushed it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we roasted Anaconda. We can say how we want to, but the movie's really aware that it's a B movie.
Yeah.
And it really does and it uses kind of the harder edge of a PG-13 rating to push that. I mean, if you think about it, because listen, you got John Boyd doing most of the pushing in that movie. People, look at this. This is how much they pushed it with the hard rating and the silliness, because you got a half-digested John Boyd being vomited out by a snake in the most cartoonish looking way.
and winking at you.
And yeah, a half-digested John Boyd, cartoon-looking John Boyd winking at somebody. That looked like something out of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It does.
What's up, baby?
So we still on for later?
You ain't gonna let a little thing like digestion stop us like. Oh yeah, that accent, boy.
Oh,
Shit.
ooh, he
A
gives.
strike, wrap around you, hold you tighter than your true love, and you get the privilege of hearing your bones break before the power of the embrace causes your veins to explode.
I know you got the money. I know you got the power.
Give old Al Pacino a run for his money.
Even with Tropic Thunder, man, that's a rated R movie right there. But it's a comedy. But they, in Tropic Thunder, the satire works because the movie had no fear, and it wasn't afraid to push that R rating in there. Like I said, the R rating is what gave it its edge, right down to, like I say, the biting, almost vulgar satire in there, to some of the comedic, gory death scenes.
Let's go and make the greatest war movie ever.
You remember when I got everybody in the theater?
Hell yeah, it did.
And they didn't show it in the trailer. Like this damn movie did.
Well, Okay, so the trailer cutter, the guy, he kind of them on this, but him because he used the only good clips he could find.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, man. You know, those movies have edge. This one, compared to those, is just cute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
this has no edge.
No. And the thing is, I thought it started out in a way that was, I like showing them when they were kids, like dedicated filmmakers and coming together for a party. It felt like it had heart and it wasn't going to be just some zany comedy with a bunch of ad-libs.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm cool with this. And then it said, you cool with that? Well, we're done with that. That's not the tone of this no more.
Yeah, no, the stuff where they got together for a party and were reliving their childhood and making the movie, that did show promise in the beginning. Kind of, because there was some other stuff that was getting to me in the beginning right there. But, you know, I'm saying, I like this part is endearing, but I really do think for the idea that they were trying to do, this really needed more edge to it, because instead of sinking into the possibilities that this movie had with all the meta stuff that they did, they had this really great meta premise, and instead, what it wanted to do is, it wants to center on these characters now, and it has this, it goes from endearing to possibly having some kind of edge to it to being this sappy message about following your dreams.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I ain't trying to follow no dream. I'm trying to see people get chased, maybe eaten by a snake.
Or I want to laugh. And you had a whole lot of like the run up to a joke, but not actually delivering it, or stuff that just wasn't funny, or then when they did, it was way too silly.
Yeah.
And this gets bogged down with at least one, if not a couple of subplots that go in and out.
Yeah.
And don't give you any kind of real good resolution.
No, that's one of the things that bother me. There's a lot of things that bother me. And I'll tell you right now, I don't even hate this movie, but I just think it's just kind of flat, man. So these like the actors I think are good. Everybody loves Jack Black. Everybody loves, Paul Rudd, and seeing other people interact with them. Steve Zahn, we hadn't seen him, in a lot of things lately, unless I was
Black, White Lotus.
That's right, White Lotus. That's what I was about to say, unless it's someone missed on TV. But yeah, he was there. Tandy Newton is always around.
I haven't seen her in anything in a while, not since Westworld.
Yeah, I saw her in something. I can't remember, but she's always lurking in the background somewhere. But the actors, I think, are good. I think they at times their chemistry has a spark every now and then, but the characters annoyed the shit out of me, and they did that right from the very beginning, because with these characters, man, they're idiots.
Yeah,
and they weren't presented like that at first. They just got more idiotic as the movie went along.
And you being a filmmaker, did you notice how they're shooting this movie and they don't have even a tenth of the equipment they need to do it?
Man, I got, y'all gonna say I'm nitpicking, but I got a big complaint about that. And maybe it's just the filmmaker, I don't know, but it's.
But no, I was like, how are you shooting a movie when you don't even have any steady cam at all, or a boom mic? Like there's no audio equipment.
Well, I'll give them. Now we're gonna get technical here. I'll give them in-camera stabilization.
Okay, yeah, I thought about that.
I will give them post-stabilization within the program, the editing program. But you're right, they ain't got no mics. Yeah, they're using the mic in the camera, and as much as they going crazy and yelling, that's what you would hear.
Yeah, and I'm just noticing even with that camera, I'm thinking the same thing. Okay, in-camera stabilization, post-stabilization, but it's still moving around like this. And I know with post-stabilization, you do that, you're gonna cut off a lot of your frame.
Boy, that's not even the worst. I'll tell you the worst in a little bit. But these characters, man, I feel like when they're introduced, they're the kind of people that you would avoid hanging with in real life because they're their own worst enemies, all of them. So you have Paul Rudd, who can't succeed as an actor because he's just annoying the shit out of the director, doing his own thing, trying too hard, not taking direction from the director. Maybe I'm reading these characters too much, but I'm just in the beginning, I didn't care about him. Jack Black, he plays the character Doug. Paul Rudd is Ronald. Doug, played by Jack Black here, he's a wedding video editor, I believe. Maybe he can shoot some of these things. But he's that kind of guy. He can't take no for an answer when you tell him, I don't want that. He's trying to live his dreams through the shit you paid for. And and he's trying to convince you to live his broken dreams.
Does this hit close to home for you?
How?
With these characters having to deal with people like that?
I thought you meant like my dreams were crushed.
No.
No. Yeah. Yeah. You see a theme going on. See, maybe this is too close to home for me, but I'm just kind of like, I don't want to hang around these people, man. Steve Zahn plays the character Kenny. Steve Zahn, if you ask me, he's kind of wasted here because all these characters are dumb. He's the dumbest.
Yeah. These other characters, they're delusional, but he's dumb.
Yeah, you always have in the group of friends the dumb one. Mm-hmm. But since they're all dumb, he's the dumbest one.
Yeah.
Although I do. There's a joke that's made about his sobriety, which I actually thought was pretty funny.
But I'm dealing with it.
Like getting sober?
Yes. Well, I mean, Buffalo sober.
Buffalo sober?
Mm-hmm. Just beer and wine and some of the lighter liquors.
That don't work. I've tried to be Buffalo sober before, man. That's why I found that kind of funny. I was like, yeah, brother. Yeah, I kind of like that, man. And it does play a small part into the movie later, even though that was good enough. They can't stop there. They got to get childish with it. They also have to have a running gag where he can't pee in front of people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, such a late running gag.
Right. Like you already set up something early, man. Yeah. Stick with that. And Thandie Newton, man, she's what's her personality trait? Romantic interest. Mm. Her personality trait is, I'm divorced and available. Yeah. Hey, remember that crush you and I had, Paul Rudd, back in the day? Now we can hook up.
Yeah.
That's her character.
That is.
Unlike Tropic Thunder, where these characters were idiots, just like these characters right here. So why do I like Tropic Thunder better? Because the joke was that they were so stupid that they didn't realize that they were in danger. Mm-hmm. They thought that they were safe in making a movie.
Yeah, because they're all actors who are so self-absorbed.
yeah, exactly. Now you got these dipshits out here that these dumbasses, they throw themselves into danger.
I will say that I like Jack Black the most here. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it was because he was pulled back.
Yeah.
Because most of the time.
Imagine that. Jack Black is the pulled back dude in this.
Because you see him in movie, they're like, hey, get out there and Jack Black it up. But yeah, he was pulled back. So the little bit he did was like, okay, this is actually refreshing.
Yeah. I just thought that they just weren't clever with the idea, man. No. These fools threw themselves into danger and they should have died a long time ago.
Or abandoned the whole project.
They decided to go up into the Amazon and use a real snake to shoot a movie. And then they're going to try to make it look like, oh, isn't this inspirational? No, this is idiotic. Mm-hmm. Because even when Jack Black's wife is like, imagine anybody's out there who's married, especially dudes. If you are married and you go and tell your wife, hey, you know what? I'm going to take and then you got kids too? Hey, babe, I'm going to take about a month off and go to the Amazon with a real snake and reboot Anaconda. She said, you better sit your ass down.
The only thing that would make her not say that is if she was like, you know what? Go ahead and do this because I don't want you around the house whining about how you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Get it out your system.
Or she hates you and hopes you don't come back. You got a hell of an insurance policy. You try to get rid of your stupid ass. Because when they go to the insurance policy and say, yeah, he decided to go out into Amazon and shoot with a giant anaconda, they're going to be like, oh yeah, babe, you deserve his money.
Or they may go like, it sounds like he was trying to commit suicide. We're not paying on that.
Yeah. But in the movie, the wife is like, now he's going out to the Amazon with nothing. They barely got money to even get over there. And she's like, no, honey, you need this. Go live your dream. Yeah. And they playing all this nice, inspirational music. And I was like, no, this is stupid. Okay, I'm not even for a comment. I'm not buying this. This shit ain't heroic, man. These fools, they would have been the people we would have been reading about in the Darwin Awards and laughing about them.
Of course.
Yeah, but four grown ass people went out to the jungle to shoot with a snake, a reboot of Anaconda on $9,000.
Yeah, the premise doesn't make a lot of sense, and they don't do enough to back it up. Because you could make it work, but there's not enough going on.
I think if they had played that angle up more, that this is idiotic, and the movie recognized that more. Yeah, they should have played up the stupidity of this idea more. Not make it seem inspirational or heroic. Shit, even the snake handler in this is stupid.
Well, that's the thing, because once they get there, okay, we got our 4 main people, their personalities. They keep coming across side characters that they don't develop or know how to make funny or know what to do with.
Well, this dude is this dude is stupid because, listen, everybody else, and that's another thing. When you have stupid characters like this, you need to be surrounded by other characters to point out, these guys are idiots. But everybody's dumb. The snake handler is dumb. They killed the snake, as you see in the trailer, and what does his ass do? He's like, after he grieves the snake, because apparently he's been sleeping with that snake or something, he says, you know what? We can still go with this movie. Let's just go find another snake. Let's go find another anaconda. And then they go into the middle of the night out in the swampy waters looking for a random anaconda. Whoa, nothing go wrong there.
Well, plus, this isn't like he just caught the snake to be there. He's the snake handler.
Exactly.
So it's supposed to be a trained snake.
That's what I'm saying. He's talking about it took years to get a bond with this snake. It took years to actually get this snake to be tame or trained. And then all of a sudden they lose it. Like, oh, let's just go get another one. Like they just go into the pet store.
Yeah, at the point where that snake gets killed, he should have been out.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue you guys or whatever. I'm going to sabotage this whole thing. But that's the end of his story.
I thought this would have been more clever if they were, if these guys, and listen, again, here I go making my own movie. But I thought this would have been more clever if the story was these guys, they were filming something cheap and they were shooting in a field or their backyard or something. And the local news did a story on it. Just because it was a slow news day, they thought it was funny and they thought it was cute. And this catches the eye of some shady people who want to use them. And so they say, hey, let's go big. We'll front the money. And they're using them for something kind of shady.
Like transporting drugs or something.
Yeah. They use them for,
that was the thing I kept thinking is this doesn't work because it's just the 4 of them with no resources whatsoever out here doing something impossible. But if they were part of something bigger.
Yeah. They get funded a trip to the Amazon to hide drugs or do something illegal and they don't even know it. And they're about to die at any moment and they're unaware. That's where the Tropic Thunder thing would have worked.
Yeah.
This is, again, they want to focus on, aren't these characters cute? Aren't they so funny?
And they're not. They don't do enough with them to make you you like them in the beginning, but you don't love them. And it is not fun spending time with them. No.
Because the thing is they have, I'm talking about bringing in some shady people because they have a villain subplot in this, but they don't do nothing with it. It's some evil gold miners, and they go nowhere. The movie opens with a girl running from these gold miners, and the crew, they bring her in, and they bring her on the boat, and she just disappears.
She disappears for so long that then she comes back like she leaves the story. But while she's on the boat with them, it ain't like she takes off and goes away. She's with them, but you just don't see her. Yeah. And then they cut back. He's like, oh, yeah, you're a part of this. And that story, it's so in and out. And then they got the nerve to throw a twist in it. And you're like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, this girl disappears. It's like she either is taking a nap or taking long shits or something. And that snake, boy, that snake, they said that snake is something out of... They said it's something out of Jurassic Park because the snake is so huge. Like they're so proud of the snake, they're not even showing you the snake in the trailer because excuse me, I'm just burping. They're showing you the trailer they don't want to show you in the trailer because they're so proud of it because it's a big dinosaur-sized snake with no explanation.
No,
again, if this had been more clever and thought out, you would have had villagers telling them the legend of King Mamba or something, this huge monstrous snake that is out there. You want to go there, amigo? No.
Right.
Because this snake is huge. Yeah, this snake is the size of 10 trucks.
It's larger than an animal could exist at. Because there's not enough food around to sustain a snake like that.
No. That snake would have been attacking the village like Godzilla, man. Yeah, and the snake is busting through walls and shit. And nobody's talking about this damn Tyrannosaurus Rex anaconda that's in the jungle.
Right. And it's funny it's compared to Jurassic Park because those dinosaurs look real. Whereas this looked like something from a Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
It might as well have been Kaa from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, it's not the strongest effect in here. What you said, you were so right. That snake would have to be eaten like 20 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And eating like a field of goats or something.
Yep.
Jesus, man, it's just
But I know it's comedy. You guys stop taking it so seriously.
I know.
It's just the little things you do that keep it from being grounded. But the truth is, when a comedy is funny enough, you don't even think about these things. But it ain't even close to being funny enough. It's tedious.
Yeah. And there's a snake right there. You can get look at this. Look how big this snake is.
Yeah.
This snake needs to be in Jurassic Park.
Uh-huh.
Hell, this snake would have ate every dinosaur in Jurassic Park. You would have just went there and just found bones and a giant snake slithering around. I think if you're going there to hang out with these characters and you don't mind how goofy they are and that makes you laugh, then I think you'll be fine. I just thought they could have done something more clever with the idea. So it's just a matter of point of view. I was looking for something more. If you're not looking for that much, then I think there's some chuckles to be had with this. Because this can be entertaining, but I think it's only mildly entertaining. Especially for something that is an action movie, a comedy, and a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mild is not the word you want to use for that. You want to know my nitpick though?
Oh yes, please.
So my nitpick here is, and this is about filming. And I might be looking into this too much, but there's a scene where they're driving in a truck trying to get away from the snake, and you might have guessed by now. I don't think I'm giving away too much, but as they're running for their lives, they're filming, and they're using the stuff that they filmed to eventually make a movie. Or hope to make a film.
Mm-hmm.
You start looking at some of the stuff they shot, and nobody was there to shoot those angles.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was there to shoot those angles, and plus there's another phantom camera around. They went out there with one camera. Boy, once you see what they're using, it's a multiple camera setup, man.
Yeah.
It's like when they're in the truck driving, they get a shot of them driving the car from the front of the car. Mm-hmm. Nobody was out in front of that car filming.
I know.
Doing that chase scene.
I know. Well, even the stuff they were shooting on the boat that was just talking, I was thinking, it's like, you're going to have to reshoot this from different angles because there's no multi-camera setup here.
For something that's a weird meta take on another action horror movie, mild should not be something to describe this if you ask me. You get more action and comedy and laughs from the original. Mm-hmm. And again, in my humble opinion,
for sure.
Hell, if you want to watch a real comedy, like if you want to watch an Anaconda sequel, spinoff, reboot, revisionist, whatever that has a lot of laughs, it's already out there. Go watch Lake Placid versus Anaconda or Anaconda.
We're gonna find that snake before she lays her eggs.
I need those baby Anacondas alive.
And the hunt is on for their favorite food, sorority girls.
But they already get it.
They do get it.
They already get it more.
Yeah.
They already get the assignment more than I think that this movie does. So yeah, I don't know, man. Can I get my rating now?
Please.
I'd give this a rental, man. And by the way, not a very enthusiastic rental. I give it a rental. I mean, like I said, watching this, I think that there's some small amusing moments here. I think if you're just watching these people act a fool, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just asked for more because I think they had a better and more inspired idea. And if I was if this was on Rotten Tomatoes, it would definitely be a splat.
Oh,
but it's a rental.
Oh, okay. Well, you're kind of nice. This movie is wasted potential and a waste of time. You constantly feel like this should be funnier or funny at all. It's such like you said, a grounded kind of sweet setup, and then it's just goofy, but never in the good ways. And it's so many characters that just so like you don't know what to do with this. It felt so half written, like they just wanted to make it and weren't. It's almost like it's a movie made by these people in the movie. If you want to go meta with it. Yeah, I honestly the movie. It's just tedious. There's just that point of just, okay, how soon is this going to be over? Because it's not doing anything. It might not be the worst movie that you can watch, but I thought it was one of the worst movies I've seen this year. It's maybe a high, but it's some old bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. I liked it better than you. I didn't hate it, but still, there's no enthusiasm on me for this movie. I was where you hate it. I was really underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed from this movie. Like I said, I didn't expect a whole lot.
No, me either. Yeah, a lot of nerve dropping this on Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mark. Like I said, some people like it. I can see. I'm not trying to tell anybody not to see it because I think there's going to be plenty of people who will like it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's your thing, go see it.
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you this, and this is another reason why I'm giving this a rental, because it is coming out on Christmas, and it is literally like, if you just want to get out the house, it is a something to do movie.
Yes, there's just so many other big heavy hitters out.
Yeah,
Christmas.
But you know how that is these days, man. People they're not going for the heavy hitters. They're going to just watch. They're just going to watch something for, sometimes the most basic of entertainment. Some people will want to go see like the big dramas and whatnot. But if you're just looking for something just to do, I guess this is suffice.
Okay.
It's like it's a movie to just go to the theater and just hang out.
Or wait for it.
Yeah, I'll go watch Anaconda.
Yeah, you do better.
Go do a double feature of Anaconda, Tropic Thunder. Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.